Yeah. So with like mental health situations, what it is like sometimes like people find themselves isolated, so they don't know where to like go to for help. So with that is that people sometimes don't know that they have like families, they've got friends, or they feel like their families or friends can't really help them. So like people from the outside look at them thinking, oh, what's wrong with these people, or what's wrong with this person, not knowing that really they need like help or they need like just like comfort or just the right words even. Because sometimes I've noticed like with certain people when I talk to them, they'll be like, oh yeah man, those words that you said to me like really helped me, and like to me it was just like casual. It was just like asking a friend, how you doing? Are you really alright? And then like to the outside world, the people might seem like they're alright, but like when I just ask them that, they'll be like, yo, thanks for that. Like I really needed that, like that just to uplift them. Because what it is like bare people like they just like keep things to themselves, and like because people don't know, sometimes with mental health is like people see it, or sometimes people don't even see it. So like when people don't see it, it's like someone just keeps something to himself. So he keeps it to himself, keeping to himself. It keeps going on, it keeps going on. Time goes on, and then before you know it, like you start to be aware of it. But by the time you've been aware of it, it's been too late. And what it is that you could have like done something to help. It's not that you have to do something to help because you didn't really know, but just like help it, just being there, just giving a little good positive outlook or saying positive things, just helps a lot. So like with people like also like there's a lot of people that I've noticed like friends that don't really have people around them. Because like I used to have a friend, like unfortunately he died, like he committed suicide. But what it was, before he committed suicide, it was like I used to go and check him, and like I noticed that he never used to have people around. And he was kind of like happy just for me to be there. And like he took appreciation that I came to see him. Because I remember once that it was his birthday, and he was like to me, yeah, it's my birthday, I'm having a party. I was thinking, oh, you're having a party? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Then on the day, I thought, oh yeah, let me just go to this party and see how it was. Like I went to the part, I went to his house, and he was just by himself in the dark. And I was like, raw, what happened to the party tomorrow? No one really came. I was like, oh, okay, you all right? I stayed with him a little bit, like just comforted him to the level that I could comfort him at that moment. And then I kind of checked on him, but then I moved out of the area, and then out of nowhere I heard that like he took his life. And like he was one of those people that you wouldn't really think would take his life. So like hearing that he took his life was like a surprise to me. But it shows the levels of like some people isolate themselves, isolates them to a level where that you might just think he's doing his own thing, or he's just keeping to himself. But everyone just goes through their thing. Everyone goes through like their worries, their stresses, all that. Like you see a man, he just goes to his yard, stays at home, maybe he comes out, chills with you for a few hours, goes back home, all that. But at the same time, he might just be going through a lot. And as he's going through a lot, he keeps it to himself, and it's that build up, innit? Because like he had family, he had brothers, older brothers, he had his mum, he had all that people around him. But what it was I noticed that he didn't really like to like talk to people or like ask people for help. So I don't know if it's his pride or something like that. Maybe that's the issue. There are some people that have pride or they don't want to expose themselves like, oh, I need help. Like especially when it comes to males. Like males, when you reach a certain age, they find it difficult to like go for assistance, to like tell someone, okay, I'm stressed, or tell someone that I need something. Because then like people look at them like, oh, look at you, or they will feel worthless. Like them feeling worthless is like that way they block themselves. Like they block themselves from expressing their true feelings. And like what it is like sometimes when you ask for help, you'd be surprised who'd help you. Like there's so much help out there. There's so much people that will be ready to like be there for you, but because you don't ask, I've been hearing a saying, if you don't ask, you don't get. Like with that saying, I've been like, me personally, I thought, oh, maybe sometimes you shouldn't really ask too much. You get me? But that saying holds weight still, because sometimes like people don't know. People think you're alright. You get me? Everybody's going through their stresses. So like people think, oh, he's alright, he seems alright. Like he looks healthy, he looks like he's doing his thing, but sometimes you don't know. You don't quite know what's really going on in someone's head. That's the deepest part. You don't know what's going on in someone's head. And like some people like to play the part where they'll play a character. And like with that character they'll play it well. So you might see this guy, he comes around, he smiles, he might crack a joke here and there, but then he goes home and he's miserable. He goes home and he's lonely. You get me? He might have his woman, he might have his kids with him. Like, there's one friend I have that like, he tells me that when he goes home, he hates being at home. He's got his wife, he's got his kids, all that, but he actually doesn't like being at home. Like, I don't know why, but he feels some kind of pressure of like his family around him that he just wants peace. He wants like quiet. He wants like peace. But what is that? You never know. You never know how it goes.